Hi guys, this is Cynthia, so I'm back with another video. So in this video we're making a Poké Ball. So this is supposed to be the green ball, although the green is not the actual color. We'll be making the original red one in this tutorial, and also I'll be making a change. This will be smaller, this is a bit too big, and I know a couple of you have asked for this Poké Ball to catch the Pokemon that I've been making. So anyway, this is really easy, it should be quite quick to make, so let's just get started. So we're just going to start off with this middle part here, so I'm just putting this aside, and the first thing we need is actually white bands. So you want to grab a white band, and the first thing you want to do is create a magic ring with 6 stitches. So you want to take this white band and you want to wrap it around your hook 2 times, so there's 3 loops on your hook. Your first stitch of your magic ring, you're going to do slip stitch, and to do slip stitch, basically what you're going to do is you're going to transfer this capping band onto that band like this, reclaim the end, and you're just going to pull this through that. So that's 1 slip stitch. As you can see, I'm still holding on to that center of this capping band. That's just to make things a little bit easier. So as you can see, there's the hole, so that's the middle of the capping band. I'm just going to put my hook back through, and I'm just going to go and do 5 single crochets. So to do single crochet, you just want to take another white band. I'm holding onto this capping band again. You just want to pull your band through that capping band and replace the end. So you have 3 bands on your hook, and you're just going to pull this one through both of those. So this is 1 single crochet, so you have 2 stitches in your magic ring. You need to go back and do another 4 single crochets. So you're just putting your hook back through the center of that capping band. You're going to take another white band and you're going to do another single crochet. So once again, just pull that through the capping band, replace the end, and you're just going to pull that through everything. So this is 3 stitches. I'm just going to go back through the center again and do another 3 single crochets. So this is another single crochet through the capping band, reclaim, pull this through everything. Now as you do a few more stitches in the ring, you can see that the center part gets a little bit easier to see. So once you do a few, it's going to get a little bit easier. I know the magic ring is a little bit difficult for beginners doing Loomigurumi, so just be patient, take your time, and once you can do the magic ring, everything else should be easier. Okay, so we need 1 more. I'm going to go back through, and this is my last single crochet. Alright, so now just to check that I have 6 stitches in that magic ring, what I'm going to do is you're going to turn this to the side and count these teardrop shapes. These are the stitches: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the last stitch is always on your hook, and if you're new to this, please count every round to just check that you have the right amount of stitches. Now every time you do a stitch from now on, you're just going to put your hook under these 2 bands. So if you pull it aside, you can see that there's this gap there. That's where you're going to put your hook. So for round 2 of that button, we're just going to do a round of 12 stitches. So what basically that means is you have 2 single crochets in each stitch, and you're going to do that all the way around. But to close up this little gap, instead of 1 single crochet, I'm going to do a slip stitch. So I'm taking a white band and then I'm just going to slip stitch. This counts as my first single crochet, or instead of my first single crochet in the second round. I'm going to grab a C-clip and I'm just going to hook it onto that band just to mark that this is the first stitch of the second round. So what I need to do now is I need to go back through that same stitch, and I'm going to do a single crochet. So this is my increase. So an increase, when I say it, it's always 2 single crochets in 1 stitch. Alright, so the next stitch, I'm going to do 2 single crochets. So this is the first one. I'm going to start moving a little bit faster. If I'm too fast for you, please pause the video and then just resume once you've caught up. I'm just going to move at a faster pace because I've done quite a lot of you have done quite a few of my projects, so I don't want to take too much of your time for something that you might already know how to do. So if you're new to this, just take your time going back through my increase. Then I'm moving on to this next stitch. I'm going to do single crochet. Okay, back through the same stitch. Next stitch. Once you get the hang of single crochets, they're quite easy, so it's just a matter of doing enough of them, then it should be fine. Okay, back through the same stitch. Alright, I have one more stitch from that original magic ring, so I have one more increase. So this is a single crochet, back through the same stitch for my increase. I know this is the last stitch of that previous round because the next stitch has my C-clip in it on my stitch marker. So just to check that I have 12 stitches, I just want to start counting from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and the 12th one is on my hook. We need one more round for the button, so what I'm going to do now is we need to grab some black bands. So I'm just putting aside my white. I don't have proper containers for these, so you always hear them still in their plastic. I hope that's not too much of a bother. Okay, so our third round, we're increasing this to 18 stitches. So what we're going to do is a single crochet in the first stitch, increase in the second stitch, and we're doing that all the way around. So I'm just going to put my hook through the first stitch of that previous round. With my black band, I'm going to do a single crochet. I'm moving my stitch marker, so I'm taking it out and putting it on that new band. Next stitch, I'm going to do an increase, so that's 2 single crochets in this stitch. This is the first one, so back through for my increase. Next stitch, I have 1 single crochet. Next stitch, I have an increase, so that's 2 single crochets in this stitch. Next stitch, single crochet. Next stitch has an increase, so this is my first single crochet. Back through the same stitch for my increase. Next stitch, 1 single crochet. Next stitch has an increase. Next stitch, single crochet. Next one, increase, so that's 2 single crochets in this stitch. Next one, single crochet, and I have one more stitch, so I need an increase in this one, so that's 2 single crochets. Okay, now I've finished that button thing. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fasten this off, so I'm just going to put my hook through the first stitch of that round, and then I'm just going to tie a slip stitch like this. I'm taking out that stitch marker, and I'm just going to temporarily add an S-clip to that end, so just to make sure that the band doesn't slip out, or the knot doesn't slip out. So this is your button. You can put this aside, and then we can just start on the actual Poké Ball itself. Okay, as mentioned, the one that I'll be making is smaller than this, because this one I feel is a little bit too fat, but if you want to make one this size, I'll be writing notes or letting you know how to make it this size, but I'll be making a smaller one just to let you know in case you think it, was wondering why it looks different. So putting this aside, I'm going to do it in the conventional red and white, so I'm starting off with red bands. So the first thing I want to do is I want to make a magic ring with 6 stitches again. So I'm just going to wrap this red band around my hook 2 times to create 3 loops. I'm taking a red band, and my first stitch is going to be a slip stitch. So I'm just holding on to this, slip stitch. This is 1 stitch. I'm going to go back through and do 5 single crochets. So I'm just going to count the stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I'm not going to count it, but I suggest, as if you're new, just to count all the rounds. So round 2 of the Poké Ball, we're going to increase this to 12 stitches. So once again, we're just going to do 2 single crochets in each stitch. But to close up this circle, instead of the first single crochet, I'm doing a slip stitch. Once again, I'm just putting a C-clip as a stitch marker. Then I'm just going to go back through that same stitch, and I'm going to do a single crochet. So this is already my increase, my first increase. So now I'm just going to go around through each stitch and do 2 single crochets in each stitch. Next one. Next one. Next one. So just remember 2 single crochets in each stitch. Then I have one more, so one more increase. Alright, so that's round 2 with 12 stitches. Round 3 we're increasing this to 18 stitches, so you want a single crochet in the first stitch, increase in the second, and we're just going to do that all the way around. So I'm just going to count 1 and say increase. 1, increase, 1, increase, 1, increase, 1, increase, 1, increase, 1, and increase. This is round 3, which has 18 stitches. Round 4 we're increasing to 24 stitches, so we want a single crochet in the first 2 stitches, increase in the next one, and we're doing that all the way around. So I'll count up to 2. Every time I say a number, it's a single crochet in 1 stitch. 1, 2, 1, increase, 1, 2, 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 and 1 final increase. So this is round 4, which has 24 stitches. Round 5, we're increasing to 30 stitches. So we're just doing a single crochet in the first 3 stitches and then an increase in the 4th, and we're going to do that all the way around. So I'll just count up to 3. 1, 2, 3, increase, 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 1, 2, 3, increase. So this is round 5, which has 30 stitches. Round 6, we're increasing this to 36 stitches, so we just want a single crochet in the first 4 stitches and then an increase in the next one. So I'll count up to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, increase, 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 1, 2, 3, 4, and increase. I just completed round 6. This has 36 stitches. Now, if you're planning to do the bigger Poké Ball, you're going to do one more round, which has, you're going to increase to 42 stitches. So what you're going to do for that one, if you plan to do it, is you need a single crochet in the first 5 stitches and then increase in the next one, and you're just going to do that all the way around. And that's to get the bigger one, which is like this. But to do the smaller one, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to, for round 7 to 9, I need another 3 rounds of 36 stitches each. So I'm taking 3 bands and I'm just going to put this on my table, and what I need to do is just a single crochet in each stitch for 3 rounds. If you're doing the bigger ball, only do 2 extra rounds. So I'll write that in the notes, but just like I said, if you extend it to 42 stitches, only do 2 additional rounds. But since mine is 36, I'm going to do 3. So I'm just going to do 1 round with you. So what you're going to do is take a band from here to mark how many additional rounds you're doing. This is my first additional round. I'm doing a single crochet and I'm moving that stitch marker. I'm just going to go around and do a single crochet in each stitch. So each additional round has 36 stitches. Okay, a couple of you were actually mentioning that you're quite distracted by the sounds in my videos. I mentioned before, and I'll just mention it again, that unfortunately my office is located under the water pump of this building, so every time someone uses the water, they flush the toilet or they wash their hands or something, then that sound will come on. It's the vibration from the pump upstairs, and sadly I can't do anything about it. I've actually gotten used to it. But I hope it doesn't really distract you that much and you can still hear when I talk. Yeah, so next time if you ever rent or buy any unit in a high-rise, please make sure you don't get one under a water pump. And yeah, that's probably one of the biggest mistakes that I've made in my life. But what to do? Building management is crappy. Oh yes, and besides that, all the ambulances you hear, all the motorbikes you hear, it's because we're directly next to a highway as well. So yeah, sorry. So I've just done my round 7, so that's 36 stitches. I'm going to do my round 8 and 9 off camera, so just pause the video here and finish up your round 8 and 9. Like I said, I'm not going to do count the rounds for the big one, but if you're doing the big one, the 42 stitches, just do an additional round. So just resume the video once you've done with your round 9. So I finished round 9. I have something that looks like this. This is the top half of the Poké Ball done. So now I'm switching over to black bands. Now for rounds 10 to 11, I need another 2 rounds of 36 stitches each. So that's another 2 rounds of single crochet in each stitch, but you're using black bands this time. So I'm taking 2 black bands and putting it on the table just to keep track of the rounds I'm doing. I'm only going to do one with you, the other round I'll just do off camera. If you're doing the bigger one, which is the 42 stitches, you're also going to do 2 rounds. So let's just begin. For this one, you're doing round 10 now. Okay, and you're just going to go around and do a single crochet in each stitch. I have no idea why my camera is not focusing. I hope it doesn't really bother you guys that much and you can see what I'm doing. It's not too difficult. This Poké Ball is really easy to make. It's a lot easier than... it's probably actually the easiest thing on my channel so far. So yeah, it's good for beginners. I should have started off with something like this. Okay, I'm done with my round 10. I'm just going to start off my round 11. If you're doing the bigger one, remember you're just doing 2 rounds of the black as well. So I'm just going to pause the recording here. So just pause your video and do another round of black and then resume once you're done. I just finished round 11, so that's in black, so I have something that looks like this. Now I'm going to continue on with white now. I don't need any more black. So white, rounds 12 to 15, we need another 4 rounds of 36 stitches each. So I'm just going to take 4 bands, and once again I'm just going to put that on my table. It's a bit harder to see because it's white. If you're doing the big ball, this one, just do 3 rounds. So the smaller one we're doing 4. So once again I'm just going to do 1 round with you. It's just a single crochet in each stitch. So I'm taking a band from here, and we're just going to go around, single crochet, Okay, my thing is not focusing again. What else is new? That pump thing is extremely noisy now because it's about lunchtime. So just try and ignore it. And just to let you guys know, if I haven't made your request yet, please be patient. I do get a lot of requests, and I don't have that many colors actually, so I'll just do the ones which I know I have colors for. Or let's say if I don't have enough of a color, then I'll just tend to wait until I go and get some more. So yeah, just please be patient. I will try and make everything. It's not that I've forgotten about you, or I'm not bothering about you. I mean, everything I make is based on your requests anyway. Except for the Wooper, which I just did because I thought it was really cute. Okay, so I'm just done with round 12. I'm just going to start round 13 by using this band. So I'm doing my round 13 to 15 off camera. Pause the video here and do up to your round 15. If you're doing the bigger one, please just do only an additional 2 rounds. So that's 3 rounds of white in 42 stitches in total. So this one is 4 additional rounds in total of 36 stitches. I think I've got that right. If I haven't, then just check my captions in the video. So yeah, pause the video here and just complete your up to your round 15 and then resume once you're done. Okay, so I just completed round 15, so this is what I have now. So from now on, we're just going to start decreasing. So for round 16, we want to decrease this to 30 stitches. So what we're going to do is a single crochet in the first 4 stitches, and then we're going to decrease over the next 2 stitches. So I'll show you the decrease when we get there. So let's just do our 4 single crochets first. So 1. Oh yes, and if you're doing the big one, you want to do 5 single crochets and a decrease, and then just reduce 1 single crochet until you're done. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so a decrease, what you want to do is you want to create, you want to turn these 2 stitches into 1. So it's the opposite of increasing. We're just going to put our hook through the next stitch. You're going to rotate it and put it through the stitch after that. So you have 2 stitches on your hook, and you're just going to do your single crochet over these 2 stitches. So you're pulling your band through these 2 stitches before you reclaim the end, and then you're just going to finish off your single crochet. So I'll just do that again. We're just going to count 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let me just show you the decrease again. You're just going to put your hook through the next stitch, rotate it, and put it through the stitch after that. So 2 stitches are on your hook. Pull your band through those 2 stitches like this, reclaim the end, and then pull this through everything. So that's your decrease. So we're just going to continue. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once again, decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4, decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4, decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4, and decrease. So I just completed round 16, which has 30 stitches. So round 17, we're decreasing this to 24 stitches. So we're doing a single crochet in the first 3 stitches and a decrease over the next 2. So I'll count up to 3. 1, 2, 3, decrease, 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 1, 2, 3, and decrease. Okay, so that's round 17, which has 24 stitches. Round 18, we're going to reduce it to 18 stitches, so we want a single crochet in the first 2 stitches, and then you're decreasing over the next 2. So I'll count to 2. 1, 2, decrease, 1, 2, decrease, 1, 1, 2, decrease, 1, 2, decrease, 1, 2, decrease, 1, 2, and decrease. So I just completed round 18, which has 18 stitches. Now before I continue further, I just want to stuff the Poké Ball, so I'm just going to push this band further down my hook, and I'm just going to grab my fiber fill and stuff it. Okay, so you may need to shape it a little bit. Okay, so I'm happy with that. I'm not going to stuff it too much. So once you're done with that, you can just continue. So now we're on round 19. So round 19, we're decreasing this to 12 stitches. What we want to do is a single crochet in the first stitch and then a decrease over the next two. So I'll count up, say 1 and then decrease. 1, 'decrease', 1, 'decrease', 1, 'decrease', 1, 'decrease', 1, 'decrease', 1, and decrease. So I just finished round 19, which has 12 stitches, so we need one more round just to close this up. Our round 20 has 6 stitches, so you just want to decrease 6 times all the way around, so all your stitches are decreases. The first one might be a little bit tricky because that C-clip is hanging on, but just take your time. So just decrease all the way around. So I've just finished round 20. What I'm going to do now, instead of fastening off by doing a slip stitch through the first stitch, I'm just going to go through the opposite one. So this is the second stitch of that round, and I'm going to slip stitch there. That's just to close up that circle, and I'm attaching an S-clip to the end of this band, and then I'm just going to hide that S-clip inside. So that's your Poké Ball. So what you want to do now is you want to attach that button thing. So you need to find the place where you did all the color changes here, and you're just going to hide it with that button. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to take out this clip. I'm going to grab my black bands. Hang on, let me just grab my bands. Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to slip stitch all the way around. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to slip stitch like this by putting it not through the edges. I'm just going to put my hook through those black bands into the Poké Ball bands, and then I'm just going to stick my hook through the other side. I'm going to get a black band, and then I'm going to slip stitch. Then I'm just going to keep doing this all the way around until I feel that it's secure. Right, so that's done. I might want to do this again just to cover up that white band where we changed color. I don't know where they'll hide, but just let me try. Okay, doesn't really do it, but oh well. So what you want to do now, put on your S-clip again, and you're just going to hide this under that button or in the Poké Ball itself. Okay, so that's it. The Poké Ball is done. So this is the bigger one and this is the smaller one. As you can see, this one is probably a better size. This one's a little bit too fat. So these are the two Poké Balls, and for all of you who have requested it, I hope you like this video. This is really easy to make, so I hope this also supplements all the other Pokemon videos I've been making. Alright, so if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Also do share it with your friends, and yeah, sharing also helps me out. And if you leave comments, you can just let me know what you want to see in the future. I do read all the comments, and like I said, I will try and make all your requests depending on what color bands I have. So do subscribe if you haven't already. That will help me out as well, and everything that you do, all your comments, all your subscribes, all your shares, all your likes does encourage me to make more in the future. So thanks a lot, and I hope you like this video. I really like the cute Poké Balls, and I'll see you for the next one. Thanks again. Bye.